rifle here from Liquid, so they might find themselves in a difficult position going into that next round. But his twist is making sure he has full A main control. That smoke deep into the storage area, meaning they can't even access that part of the map. They're going to boost up towards middle. There's almost no way they can even find a kill here with the setup they have right now. No flashbangs, and there's no real reason for Liquid to really challenge middle all too heavily. You can see it's completely open right now. It's not a bomb site. Why even risk it?
Absolutely no point overcommitting to a buy. That's certainly true. Tarek will lead the way. Taco will love to have won out the first round in a clutch against his old team. Removed. Revenge. Rumor originally was not that it was going to be Tarek and Stewie. Perhaps Flamey and Simple were on the cards for the MiBR move originally. FAMAS, UMP, 3 MP9s. They go aggressive. FAMAS, the one with the kill, finds Stewie. Not the MP9, not one of the SMGs to build up further cash, but a kill's a kill. Around as they go through as well to try and push all the way to CT. Elige makes sure that's cut off with the MP9, and at this point, bomb plant not looking likely as Taco finds Fallen. It's all on Defer.
Yeah, as we said, even one kill would be a little bit unrealistic on a map like Cash. Perfectly played from Liquid though, just played very defensively, pushing in towards A main at the start just to get a little bit of info there. That smoke bought them enough time. Then to challenge once again, it was Stewie that went down. Elige cuts them off in CT spawn to stop the backstab towards B. But this is where the game really gets interesting. It's that third round buy coming in from the Brazilians. They're going to have AK-47s across the board. And as we mentioned, Liquid focusing more on the MP9s and UMPs and only one FAMAS. So not a single M4 here. Do they bring something aggressive? I would be calling at this point, maybe push towards Squeaky Door with one of the MP9s, try and get a first pick, surprise them perhaps, but MiBR will certainly be aware of that prospect as we get to it. It's going to be nades towards the white box, with no one there to receive. But there is towards boost. Oh my goodness, Liquid have done such a good job there. 2 nades towards the boost has inflicted about 50 damage to 3 players. That's incredibly beneficial considering the weaponry they have. And they're going to flash in towards A main as well and go for that control. They've actually got it as well. Very assertive and controlled play from Liquid so far.
Tarek waiting out toward mid again. Keep in mind that no matter which of these two teams get to the finals, there's already more on the line, more money. Whether it's $1 million for Astralis or 100,000 for each of them.
Yeah.
The prize pool is increased no matter what, because remember in the Grand Slam, the team that is in position to deny and does deny in the finals, the team about to win, therefore Astralis, is instantly rewarded for it.
It's going to be a monumental game tomorrow, whatever happens.
Best of 5 as well.
Well, here we go towards that A bomb site, Matt. Looks like it will be an A finish from MiBR. They've got 40 seconds remaining, and they've lost a first pick. Twist boosted up on the door there. Fantastic position. He gets through the players that weren't even really that tagged up. So it's going to be Tarek now, 45 HP. And we'll see if he can get the trade back in return. As he sure Twist is even up there. He's checking it. Can't fully commit. They're running out of time. 5 versus 3. Remember, coming into this round with just 1 rifle, it's found 2 kills already. There's the third from Elige. And it looks like it's done. 19 seconds. This will just be a formality at this stage. Caldera and Tarek trying to pull back any frags they possibly can. I'm not sure it's going to be possible. 10 seconds at this point. They can't even commit. Their HP is too low. Twist is on the hunt now. There's a little bit more damage there. Gets the kill. They're looking for all 5 here. Tarek's going to get no cash for the next round. He needs to make sure he survives at this point, which is looking likely. He's got players around him. No money. And it's going to be Tarek taking nothing into the next round. $100 to his name. Fantastic work there. As we mentioned, you want to see something creative there from Liquid on that sort of round where they have the SMGs and 1 rifle. We saw that great boost. You might think that's quite common, but a slight change to it. The fact he's above this door itself, not on the traditional Stroud spot. Then you could see a little bit deeper, go for those first 2 kills. And the fact we mentioned that nade damage at the start, that was certainly influential as he gets the first and nails the second as well with a headshot. 1 rifle is enough to win it, and it will be now the full eco from MiBR. Tarek completely hindered from the previous altercation. $100 as Fallen gets tagged up at the very start. Should be 4-0 here. Great start for Team Liquid.
Boost up already, Stewie and Fallen tagged. Elige waiting on highway. Should have a pretty straightforward round. closer they get, the more problematic these pistols can be, but he seems certainly ready. Shadow shows for his advantage, but he actually slides out at the same time in which Fro's peeking. He's taking a good amount of damage. Down to 67, flash out. He'll get some support from Twists. And they've already got the flank going in potentially from A main as well. Twists is lost. Liege makes up for it. Still not a huge issue given the fact that they've not gone anywhere inside of middle. Naf doesn't want to overcommit to the push, mind you, because if he does, and if he goes down, then they have a problem. Then they have access back toward the A site. But Fallen is going to fall away with bomb in hand still.
One smoke towards Highway nullifies the attempts towards the A side. They'll have to fall back. 30 seconds remaining. I think they go towards B at this point. Cold Zero waiting by the vents and perfectly for an incendiary. That's going to be absolute round control for Team Liquid. I don't see a way MiBR can even get close to another frag here. Perfectly positioned. It's going to be Nitro and Taco, the MP9, holding towards Checkers at this point. He'll peek at this stage. It makes perfect sense. You're getting to the point where you need to get a little bit of info here. And of course, you want him to find all the frags. That's lots of money in the bag. Lovely stuff there from Taco. $1,800 gathered. He's 6-0 right now after that clutch in the pistol as well. He's yet to die as Twist will bring out the AWP to kick things off. But here comes Fallen. AWP and just working out his purchase. He's yet to frag at this point, 0-4. I'm sure that will change very quickly as we get deeper and deeper into this game. Taco, like we said, timing it very well just to guarantee these frags. And they were all low as well. So good for the SMG. Smokes deployed and it looks like a boost will be coming through. Not going to go for it, in fact. 3 players towards A main. Bomb and T spawn. Very standard hole here from Liquid. Still with the MP9 in hand to Taco. That's absolutely fine. Nitro gets in the vents and Twist. We're seeing more and more of these young AIM stars pick up the AWP and be absolutely stunning with it. Show-stopping almost. Makes a lot of sense why it would suit their style. It's all about clicking on bodies and being fast and flashy. And Twist certainly can live up to those expectations. Round 5, and again, this looks like an A approach from MiBR, but maybe an execution-based star play. Cold Zero waits towards B for any pushes, but a very slow start from either side. Khalil just done it from Tarek, and Fallen's been removed. There's the first kill. It's Twist to pick it up.
He will. Twist trying to fire back through the doors, mind you. Can't quite line it up towards Stewie as of yet. Still no pressure applied. 54 seconds to go in the round, and things will subside for the moment as Elige tries to find a chance shot through smoke. That's when Stewie pushes. AWP up close, remember, which means it's going to be under problems and under threat. Low HP for Stewie doesn't matter because the first shot misses, but Elige, he's got other ideas. So does Fur, however. Back through the smoke. Smoke still down toward Highway. Crossover, and he'll cover off the position. Bomb making its way in now in the hands of Tarek. Will go for the tight plant so that there's no chance they can get caught off and they can play at A main. Now they can still defuse close as a result of that. Now look toward Squeaky. Nitro's worked all the way around. He can actually sneak in behind them at this point. Door open as well. Doesn't have to make noise to reveal his entry. His teammates waiting to see what information he can get on this. They'll start to show their faces now so that there's movement. Movement indeed. Finds the first, looks to quad. No answer there as Cold can still cover it off. Fur in the corner found, and they just got to look toward A main. Cold's got the first already, however, down to the one-on-one. Nitro, he's got the inside of it, but he taps. Doesn't hold for it, still goes back and finds the kill.
Well, there it is, another round on the board there for Liquid. Nitro didn't actually have the kit. That's a little bit shocking. He's got 10K residual cash, didn't buy one into that round, and he could have gone for the full defuse there. It might have been successful, had to get off it, pick the kit up, then defuse again, but it was a fake. Peeks with the AK, rails the head of the terrorist, and it's going to be 5-0. Fantastic stuff from Liquid. That's a close if MiBR have come to picking up a round so far, and we'll see if they have enough funds here with the maximum loss bonus. They should do with the bomb being planted. They absolutely will. No one watching Squeaky Door there, not even aware that could be a possibility. It's a little bit shocking to see MiBR just let that position slip by. It's going to be Taco and Twists on the double orb setup. And aggressive from Nap is what you like to see on Cash. Elige will keep things in their favor, but not for long. It is going to be the 3 versus 2 now. The nades is doing so much damage here as they have to commit towards A. Bombs down. It's been spotted and will fall and push any further here. Decent flashbang to take Twists off the angle.
Love though for Stewie. He opened the site last time, can't do it this time. Nitro, he's got the AUG to close it down, close out the round as well. We go 6-0 for Liquid. They've had more trouble against Astralis than MiBR in the past. They wanted to get to this final. They want redemption. They want to be able to beat them. If you go back to ECS just 2 weeks ago, it was best of 3. It went 2 maps, but it was 2 maps that went 30 rounds and then double overtime. That's how close it was. So MiBR certainly has something to offer Astralis. You got to wonder which of the 2 they would rather play at this point for tomorrow's best of 5. We get back into it again. Money available, but take some time, figure out how best to use it. That's why Yanko gets a chance to talk, because coaches can during tactical timeouts.
They have around $4,000 per player. Considering the way things have looked so far, it might not be worth it. They might want to get a Deagle armor or something like that at this point. There's the first Deagle, a CZ as well. So yes, they could have got smokes, an AK armor, and it would have been enough to win around, but Liquid just look way too poised right now. You're just going to financially wreck yourself if you keep buying up at just $4,000. So they're going to take a partial buy here, presumably more execution based. They're going to try and get that bomb down if possible, get themselves in a post-plant situation. So only one smoke, to be fair, though. The Scout's in the hands of Tarek. We know he's pretty handy with the weapon as he gets boosted up on the white van. I like this idea. Seems to be coming back into fashion more and more as of late. Attacker on that secondary AWP as well. He holds towards B. He's not holding a deep angle looking towards storage. It's right at the back of the site as they try and get Tarek in a position where he can open things up. Have a smoke deployed there. Nitro just shoulder peeking to see if he can bail out a shot. Gets the intel. Scout's boosted up. I don't think he'll challenge that again as he just holds on. Is looking towards the middle entrance there. Twist with the first frag. That's Stewie going down.
Tarek trying to find chance with the Scouts. They'll get one, in fact two. Cold finding Nitro. It's going to open up a lot more room in a 3-on-3. NAF still has to wait. They haven't seen the B side often. In fact, the B side players haven't had to do anything really on the Liquid side. Means NAF's sitting at 2 and 3. Looking to be challenged for the first time, and they haven't committed to the vents yet. In fact, without them blown out, it would be rather obvious given the noise cue. Instead, they'll play toward mid once more. Use that Scout to its advantage. Try and find a shot toward the back of the site. He's just smartly positioned, though, with the red crate between him so that Highway can't spot him. Smoke off or Fallen. He might just like to go through this if his teammates can get positioned in time. Cold, in fact, could even find Taco a truck, which would then put a ton of pressure onto Elige. That's why Tarek's firing to try and take the aggro. Cold. He spotted out Elige, rotating over, and somehow, found out NAF. Somehow Taco turns to find him. It's all down to Tarek in the end with just 22 HP. 1-on-2. Scout's not going to work, and it's a pistol for Taco instead with 7 seconds.
They could have done the same thing again to Tarek there, denied him any money for the next round, but it looked like things are getting a bit awkward there. He could have ripped off one of the heads, but another round for Liquid, 7-0. This is their map pick, and you can see why they're looking absolutely sensational right now. Plenty of cash, but that run was quite expensive, all things considered. Only 2 players surviving against a partial buy, but another full purchase here for MiBR. Or for Fallen in terms of his frag rating so far, 1-7. Same scoreline for Tarek as well, really having a rough time at this point. Able to break down the defense. Another standard round, no aggression for the CTs, no fast-paced gameplay from MiBR. Another default just to get themselves in their standard positions. You normally see Stewie towards that squeaky door. So probing from A main, and then presumably Fallen is AWP. Just looking at B for any aggression at the very start. We'll see if he can spot anyone out, but this is a very passive setup Liquid are presenting. A lot of top teams will get the AWP towards Checkers and look towards Sunroom, for example. We don't really see that much from this in Liquid, actually just holding back and allowing the T's to commit, and they're feeling a B-side attack is likely with Nitro rotating over and putting 3 players in that B bomb site. Could they go for a boost here, potentially? I'm not sure that would be the play at this point. It's a little bit late in the round to consider that. Resident Sentry gets deployed, just going to be spraying through that as well. Bomb still down towards middle as we hit the 1-minute mark.
Boost up. Late boost as well. Smoke down, they'll be able to push a little bit further forward on it. Again, it's mid. It's all MiBR want to play at this point. It hasn't worked, obviously. Scoreline suggests that at 7-0. Twist's passive toward the truck, has Elige to cover out main, cover out Z. They can't push through onto him. He can focus toward the insides of the site. Fallen. He's fast on an AWP. He will finally get Elige back, and it's going to be a retake onto A. Retake that's already started before the bomb's even down. Where's the communication? Why is no one looking to Taco? He's already found the kill. Cold. He tries to plant inside of the flames. This is just desperate from MiBR.
What the hell's going on there? Fallen, I'm not sure if he didn't communicate quick enough, but it seemed like no one had any idea. That was a good 3 seconds after the kill came through. Furs is completely exposed. Did he assume it was smoked? I'm not sure, but that was an open A site, and they only get 1 kill out of it. Nothing really happens there at all from MiBR, apart from the bomb plant, meaning they can get a buy here. And we'll take another tactical timeout, allow Yanko to get involved at this point, but things are not looking good for MiBR in this semi-final so far. Barely getting the bomb down there. Very scrappy towards the end. You can see there's a lot of holes to plug. And the money just keeps on swelling at this point. Liquid with $11,000 on Taco, who's only died once to this point. We're going into round number 9. He's died once, 10-1. Double digits for Twist as well on 12 kills and Elige on 10. And Org continues to find frags almost every single round. And this is the moment. So this should be communicated. Surely, why is there just ample time just to guarantee the shot? No pressure whatsoever. Coldzera desperately goes to the plant in the flames. He gets it. I guess some consolation prize for the next round, but he goes down. Another clean one there for Liquid. They're looking very comfortable and jovial, I have to say. Fall in this time glass cannon, meaning he's very vulnerable to grenades. He cannot be quickly boosted up towards the mid area, for example, or he'll be in way too much danger of those HEs. Takes a little bit of damage at the start, but only just 4 points of health removed. He's going to be changing things up. It's been very passive towards middle. We haven't seen big numbers from the CT side right up close, and he's just going to change things up and play around the vent right now. He is alone, and Naf is considering an A-side attack at this point. He actually falls back from B and leaves Taco alone with the AWP. They haven't had that much pressure on that side of the map, so it makes sense. We haven't seen much off the bat from the Brazilians either. It's always been defaults and trying to get basic map control and then a commitment at that stage. I haven't seen anything quick and fast pace in terms of the executions. They haven't really changed things up too much. And here comes the mid play once again. More of the same. See the same flashbangs, but this time Fallen is boosted up. Remember, any grenades touch him, he's going to take a lot of damage here. He's also got the bomb. Mid's actually clear at this point. We have got Elige who's just edging in towards the white box at this stage. Molotov in to push him back, and that should do exactly that. He'll actually go towards the A site, and Naf will go back at B, considering the vents are now exposed.
Back it off again. Twist. Some more at the ready. Pressure on both sides. They'll sit with the AWP. Finds one, but it's Nitro and Elige that set up the crossfire in return. Fallen can't land the AWP shot to cross over in the transition, but it's Old, at least that gets it. You're right. The bomb not in position to be planted, and more so, guns looking to be dropped after, in which money will no longer be a factor. Fallen has to get away, and he does that. But it's now 10-0 for Liquid. They are on another level, it seems. Well, their opponents aren't showing up. Take your pick. Na'Vi, they absolutely destroyed them yesterday, and MiBR is not even in this game.
I think power and numbers at this point. Let's choose a bomb site. Let's just get in together. Let's get a bomb plant at least. Let's trade some frags. These defaults aren't working. They're giving you nothing to work with, actually bleeding you dry. You're expending all your utility towards middle, not finding any kills, not really getting anything out of it. And the double AWP setup really lends itself to that sort of gameplay. If you leave middle exposed, you've got an AWP in B, an AWP in A watching towards short as well. What are you going to do with that mid-pressure? As they've got everything covered, they're hitting all their shots. They've got nice calculated risks being taken as well on the North American side. They haven't had to get too aggressive. We've seen it a couple of times, but that's about it. And they're going 9-0 at this point. No bomb planted there, but there is another AWP, of course, from the previous round. Fallen gets no extra cash, so he cannot purchase armor or any grenades to go with it. So he'll still be on the AWP. Nothing else. They take another time out at that point just to discuss their options. It's getting desperate at this stage. Double AWPs and double AWPs. Team Liquid up against the boost on the white van once more. Will it find anything? Elige might be in trouble here. The shot actually misses though. Fallen with the player on his crosshair. Couldn't quite connect it. Haven't seen a great game from him so far. Harak 1-9, Fallen 2-8. AWP not finding them the goods. I feel like maybe 5 AKs at this point and just focus on playing together with brute force and trading out frags might be a more effective approach at this stage. Because they got Europe against the double AWPs, right? Let's do a set piece off the bat. Let's remove some of the vision. Let's make them uncomfortable. Let's get as close as we possibly can. Mid control once more. And this time an opening pick from Stewie. Now it's towards A main, and Nitro will spot a couple as he gets himself in the vents, drops the smoke just to block a Molotov attempt. And an A split looking very likely here. You can see it's completely exposed right now. This has to be a round for MiBR.
Well, that goes without saying at this point when you look at the scoreboard. Lines up, does find Taco. Naf gets one back immediately. So again, the trades start to favor off against Team Liquid, but it is a 3-on-3, and this time they've got them forced out of the site. No one going for that bomb, however. Stewie, as soon as he does, gets caught out for it, but fallen forward finds Twists. Naf nearly gets him back. Still, though, the bomb's down. He didn't get it on the way by, and it was in the open for Naf to try and spot. They'll go around to get it, but he wants a better lineup. He wants to take toward Highway, and a Molotov still on top of the site means they can't plant immediately. 20 seconds, and he's going to try and outplay them entirely. Map is all his at this point in time. However, the HP is not. 9 to work with. That's why he's more than happy to stay on the AWP. He needs to try and hit this in one single shot to make any sense of it at all, and they're going to play this together naturally on top of the site. Fallen now realizes the possibility and finally gets MiBR around. 2 players stay alive. 9-1, but still they won't have a ton of money left over.
Finally, some success there. MiBR will post their first round, but 2 players surviving, absolute reset potential there. But they've actually whittled down Liquid relatively low. With the reinvestments here, they're actually going to be on the precipice of on an eco if they lose this next round here. This is all coldzera, though. That shot especially secured the round. Fallen starting to show some form as well. Love to see that. And we get into the next round here. Fallen's got a Glock right now. What's happening here? As he'll be Glock, and there's an orb in the hands of Tarek. Is there something in spawn he needs to go pick up? I assume there is, unless they've made some sort of catastrophic error here. There is an AK. It's absolutely fine, Matthew. There it is. So they're going for the first pick with Tarek there. Didn't find anything, and they should swap things over at this stage. We'll see. Come here, Fallen.
Take the AWP. You can have the bomb along with the AK. Bombs get kills, I've learned from playing Danger Zone.
True.
So Fallen still posted. First time we've seen contact on B early in the round. I say early, we're at the 1 minute mark. Site position hold once more.
This should be the B execution. I imagine a lot of Molotovs here, but it looks more like a contact play. One flashbang goes in. Naf a little bit unfortunate on the timings there, but Taco's going to start hitting shots at the AWP. Can he get a second? Surely not. But Naf will back him up here. They'll go towards CT spawn. That's going to be coldzera. Bomb down on the side, but kill still being found here. Can he get the third? He certainly can. That's absolutely fantastic. And he gets him in a 3 versus 2 advantages. Smoke down. Oh, wow. Naf through the smoke. At least pulls this back to a realistic situation now. 30 seconds, but bomb planted, and the clutch begins. Can the retake be successful? It's Twist on an M4. Same story for Naf. And they've got an incendiary and a flashbang.
Fallen trying to find an angle with the AWP. Scoped in already. He doesn't want to make noise. Noise won't matter if he's looking the wrong way. Twist easily able to find him as Fur backs off. Platform wants to get a better angle on the entry. Up close with Twist. Can't even find that. Small Pit would have given him the headshot position toward heaven, but doesn't go that far. Another round, Team Liquid. A reset for MiBR, 10-1 in this half, looking more than a lost cause.
That is the reset. They're averaging still around $3,500. There's something there, but that's all coldzera again. He gets 2 kills on the bomb side, pushes spawn, gets a third, and it's still not enough. Team Liquid defending B very effectively there. Like I said, I was expecting some sort of execution there. He's went for a nice contact play, to be fair. There's one flashbang and pushed Nafly back enough to put pressure on Taka, but he hits that first shot. Nafly gets back in position to get the second, equal at that point, but then coldzera starts taking them down. And he saw that lovely retake coming in. The nice backstab. Fallen wasn't expecting it, and a force buy from MiBR here. 1 AK, Deagle, CZs. Lose this round. This could be 14-1, and a couple of kills coming in. You can see there's almost nothing that's standing in their way, and there's a second player in the door as well. You're not going to expect that. Naf making them look foolish as we get into another guaranteed victory for Team Liquid. That's going to be the eco at this point. 11-1 on their map pick on the CT side. Just to note, Twist has showed impeccable form throughout this tournament. He's 18 kills, 7 deaths right now. Seems like he's getting so much action every single round. And it has to be Glocks and maybe P250s here. It's getting very, very desperate, as lost bonus will be at the 3rd stage. You get $2,400 per player into the next round. That's enough for, once again, the AKs. I don't think the orb's going to be a possibility, but that hasn't really been an influential factor. MP9 for Elige, well read. He knows the Rico here, looking to farm some cash and shut this one down effectively. And he's doing just that, Matt. That's the bomb down and $1,200 in the bag.
Tarek waiting to try and get through middle. Another situation where there's not any guns available. Get this nightmare over with. Surely MiBR, that's all they can want at this point in time. As Elige collects onto Cold once more. We'll close out the round with 2 on the AUG.
Now, Matt, we have to actually address this issue as well. Cash is actually considered to be one of the few T-sided maps we have in the pool right now. This feels like an open shut case. The fact they're not potentially going to pose more than maybe 2 rounds at this stage It really does suggest that Liquid have got this one already. 3 Orgs, 2 AWPs. Looks like everyone's joining in with the fun at this stage and having anything but MiBR now with the 5 AKs and bare bones utility. They get 3 Molotovs. All their smokes, to be fair, missing a few flashbangs, but it's enough to win a round. But had a lot of those opportunities and haven't really come close. It looks like Liquid has got a full understanding of how MiBR play here. Haven't seen anything too technical, no real massive fakes coming in or huge executions. They haven't just changed things up really that much. We'll see if this is going to be enough as Stewie gets naded at the very start. Elysian position to get the first, but will go down to Fur. Opening pick there. They'll just leave Twist alone on the A site, but of course, with the AWP, he's been hitting absolutely everything so far. Holds towards MBK for now.
Naf still backs off B. He'll rotate out early at this point in time. There hasn't been a lot of pressure on that side of the map, so no need for him, or at least no sense of urgency for him to stay in position. Instead, they'll fortify in mid. He can still rotate off that quickly. Fallen being very passive at this point as well. 54 seconds. Opening pick T side. They're waiting for the CT response to see if there'll be an extension, to see if someone wants to try and trade one back and get information. But so far, Liquid being very disciplined, not revealing anything at all. So this will have to be a call on execution from MiBR. 39 seconds as well to try and do so. And they've already got Naf back toward the tree. Keep in mind, there's not a lot to work with aside from 2 smokes and 2 Molotovs to get him. Now, that can cover platform. You can certainly put one out toward the tree. But Taco, waiting on top of platform, hasn't had any utility deployed. Of all the utility they had, they could have easily covered off that position. They choose not to, and he finds a lovely shot on the platform. Now, he'll get fallen down from tree. It's Tarek left versus 2, and with 13 seconds left, he's nowhere near the site or the bomb. It's another round for Liquid.
So, that I saw it just as building up. Tarek was nowhere to be seen. If he was with the squad there, Matt, he could have actually won that round with them. There could have been a trade, but he was going for the long con. He wasn't faking towards A. He was going for the huge backstab. When his teammates hopefully got the bomb down, he was going to head towards CT spawn and try and spray them down before they went for the retake. Doesn't really work if it goes down in that sort of fashion. Liquid looking incredibly strong. It's Taco with a close-range AWP. How he hit that second shot, I'll never know. But Tarek, as soon as his teammates went down, he knew he was absolutely done for at that point. He does rescue the AWP, but this second kill from Taco really was impressive. It looked like he was absolutely done for here. Turns around and punishes Stewie for not finding that instant kill. And Nafly with no smoke? Kidding me? The fact he gets that sort of opportunity just says it all. It is 13-1 now. We're going to have UMP, Galil, and the AWP was in the hands of Tarek, goes back to the glass cannon of Fallen as they boost up towards middle. 13-1. Surely they can get this last round. Mid control coming in. Classic boost for Twists. No one challenging it. Elysian will just tuck himself in the lockers at this point.
Smoke expires, which does take away most of the concealed or surprise of that particular boost for Twist. So naturally, he backs away from it, knows the door's open. Look at the position he has. Not even worried to stay there. And Fallen takes a ton of damage. Fur, while everyone's looking toward the door, though, does make himself welcome toward mid. He'll find the opening pick onto Nitro, so good start to perhaps finding a second round. Snaf jumps back up, doesn't spot anyone. Timing is everything, however, because that's exactly when Fur strikes again. He would have called for safety. Twists would have gone for that. As Fur looking pretty solid in this round. That's his 3rd kill before going down. Man, advantage still. Taco's got to get behind. CZ in hand spotted by Fallen. That'll bring Stewie around as well. He's got the rifle, so Taco on the AWP needs to be perfect. Decides he would rather fight than anything else. Oh, are they going to boost Red Crate over top of him? They are. Taco's scoped in. He does hear it though, but not ready for it.
Yeah, nice call there. That's really cool. That's actually going to be a 3 versus 1. That should guarantee the second round here unless something absolutely disastrous goes down. Stewie to plant towards B. Nice call there. You can see Fallen with the awareness that that possible flank could be coming in return from the B side. He shoulder peeks it first instead of running around with his knife. A lot of players might not consider that. But it will be that one movement that just saved the round. Taco was ready to shut it down. Nafly, decent attempt, but nothing he can do with this, I'm afraid. The fact he's got 22 HP and just an HE grenade he gets down. At this point, 2 rounds from MiBR. Really not enough. Like we said, considered to be a slight ET-sided map, depending on the matchup. And 2 just doesn't feel like it's enough. The analysts even pointed out both these teams coming in cold today. Maybe there could be a bit of a factor there, but MiBR is so slow and need to wake up at this stage. We'll see what they can do with the pistol. It's must win at this point. We'll see what kind of buys will come through. It's going to be anything exciting from Team Liquid, maybe something quite tactical, multiple smokes. Here are the highlights and Twist. What a game he had, or a half, I should say. Absolutely epic. That was a nice 1v1 clutch, and then that 3rd round defense against the AKs. It was Twist that carried absolutely everything there. Exciting matchup on paper, but hasn't lived up to expectations just yet. Really need to see more out of the Brazilians here. Remember, Liquid did pick the map. We go on to Overpass next, but at this stage, unless everyone will be making some major changes, could be a quick 2-0. We'll see the buy time to come through.
It's a good call from Liquid as well. They can play it. Taco knows that MiBR were never that fond of it. And we know that they can play well on Overpass also. So yeah, this could be a pretty decent series. 108 ADR for Elige, 103 for NAF. Nitro sitting at 89. All three of those above anyone on the MiBR side.
Yeah, Fallen with 38, yeah, I think it was. He's actually got 6 kills. It's Tarek, 2 and 14. Those guys couldn't really get much done at all. But like I said, I expected something tactical here from Liquid. They got 2 smokes and Molotov, 2 flashbangs as well. What's the play going to be? Looks like they may be focusing towards the B side of the map right now. As Stewie, his teammate will actually be going for the boost. Like we saw from Twist in the first half, Stewie goes up into the shroud position here. Naf just boosted up on the red crate towards middle, just to see if anyone's super close range or positioning by the vent or the boost spot. He'll drop down. That's a brave one with the Glock. No PT-50s on his T side, so lacking some range here.
Fallen still trying to spot for that information. Time to step up, time to get some kills on the board. USP in hand. Smoked off. Want to get aggressive or not? Wild speculation on shots. There's really no need. No accuracy involved in those. And it gives up mid, it gives up the vents. Fast play. Smoke down toward tree. A brilliant shot from Elige. The second Tarek stepped wide to see inside the vents, and then a Molotov landed in behind. They absolutely eviscerate hold of the site as well. It's Taco to do it. He's been solid in both pistols so far. Only 1 kill this time, but the clutch last time. He's now added to that by finding Fallen, and it's only on Fur and Stewie. Bomb to be planted at default.
Incredibly difficult rounds here from MiBR. They've got 2 players. We'll see what they can do.
Kit stopped as well on Heaven. Try and work back in with it. That gives them some chance on timing if they can find the kills, but Nitro already shutting that down, 34 HP. Fur does what he can. He still has time on this. Again, he has that kid picked up, but needs to be aware of the flank. Here's Taco coming, catches him out. Low HP on the one inside of the site, but he's got to be absolutely brilliant to find B main. He won't be able to do it.
Beautiful execution there. Liquid slow at the start, head towards B, smokes down, Molotovs on site. You can see them actually getting perfect control there. Nice trades. They make their way towards the B side. Cold Zero good for 1, but he had multiple players on his screen. Then she got the M4. That's really not going to be a great position to be in. Taco takes care of him, gets a great shot towards Heaven as well. Fallen goes down, and that was when the round was over. 4 versus 2. They have to force by here in the second, and this is going to find actually map points for Liquid when they have a huge advantage with 3 rifles, one of which is the Krieg, coming in the hands of Elige. That nice scout shot from Fallen to tag up Taco. He's the MP5 player, and it's Krieg. And we'll be going up towards the boosted spot here. We know how deadly the scope can be. Will the first kill come in this man up? Time will tell. It looks like the A split will be set up eventually. Elige confirms no players towards middle.
Nitro on to fall, and that's the start of it again for Team Liquid. Pistols. Not just their skill set this game, it seems. Tarek desperately trying to find a 1D toward Naf, who already had his number punched, but good hold from Stewie. Up close, we'll get the Krieg in his hands. He's got head armor to work with, so too Cold and Fur, and they've got SMGs, so now we're on level footing, especially with the HP as it is. And MiBR could certainly achieve this round. Cold with a nade as well, if he times that. They're grouped in B main. Thought about throwing it. It would have been a little bit early, but he's going to swing instead to get information toward the vents. Wants to get aggressive with the SMG. The only player in front of him directly is Twist. He's the one with 100 HP, and Naf gets the kill instead. Twist barely escaped. On 60, they'll remove the Krieg, and Fur, removed from the site, has a long way to go, and unlikely he's going to find 4.
Absolutely nothing to be done here for Fur. MP9, 1 smoke, 4 players up. Yes, they're low, but to defuse that bomb, that's just an absolute fairy tale. We'll see whether he can do anything with this. Any exit frags potentially upgrade to the AK, but I'm afraid this map is essentially done. 15-2 down. It would take 13 in a row just to get overtime, and they're going to be broken for cash. This was a force buy, remember, and Nafly is looking deadly. We said in the pre-game, Matt, that Naf has looked stunning this tournament. Him combined with Twist in top form, it's such a scary prospect, and this is a team that can take Astralis to the full distance if they can turn up in this manner tomorrow. MiBR just can't handle it right now. You can see Fur just has to sit back and wait. Nothing can be done. 4 players exit towards T-spawn. They will all survive even with the low HP. There it is, guaranteed map point at this stage. Has to be another buy, of course. MiBR will come in with SMGs and pistols. Deagles, UMPs. Fallen Tarek yet to buy as the scouts. Will Tarek get one as well? That's a weapon he does like to use. Look at the shot from Half-Life, just waiting for them. He welcomes the opportunities as he hits absolutely everything once again. He is looking stone cold today.
He knew he was there. He'd already peeked prior to when we actually joined that replay, so he just had to sit and wait to see if Fallen would get him, or excuse me, as Tarek would get impatient. Speaking of patience, Cole's going to test his by getting both on the backside of a smoke and near the flames. Naf somehow figures that out. Takes him down, opening pick already, and we're a minute and 36 left in the round. Only 20 seconds in, and already MiBR's lost a man. This on map point. Stewie sits on a deagle. I think we better get ready for overpass.
We've got 3 players on the MiBR side who haven't really had any contribution whatsoever. Tarek 2 and 16, Fallen 6. Stewie 7, they just really can't find the frags. They're not looking their usual selves. Normally star players on a map like this, we came into it saying it's a map that lends itself to aim stars. You can see that's exactly what Liquid are displaying right now. Every shot is clinical, headshots all over the place, and there's just no response for it. The 1v1 duels have been a disaster for MiBR. Desperate attempt here, flashing in, no one there to receive. It's so frustrating. Tarek, who's had the game from hell, really. He gets stuck in towards the lockers. Doesn't want to finish this on 2 frags. Can he make it up? Yes, he can. If he can win this round for them to start to build that confidence back up, that would be fantastic. Might have a few more rounds to go here yet, as Tarek will hold on. He gets 2 frags there. It's going to be a 2 versus 2 still. Fallen and Stewie with a scout and a deagle. Yes, Twist is low, but still B-bomb side completely open, and that's where they're heading right now.
Twists. He'll take the charge. No bomb with him as of yet. It's going to rotate over in the hands of Naf. He's got 100 HP. He's got a Molotov. He's got smoke. I think he's going to head to Skylight just to use some of that first before his teammate walks in on his own. Valiantly goes to Fallen, and Fallen's ready before the smoke plumes. Scout hits. Body shot's all it required, given Twist's HP. Naf just barely got to the corner. I thought Fallen was going to have the shot before in which he was ready to fight. He's certainly going to look to heaven because he knows the smoke's down. I don't think he quite saw him. I think the X-ray, the chromatic aberration kind of led us to believe that he might have, but the shoulder never showed. He does find Stewie nonetheless, and Fallen's in line. Naf closes.